Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaye Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Namah Pranavaर्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Very often, when we have a problem, we first seek solution to the symptoms of the problem. Typically, a person who has, let us say, headache, severe headache, the pain is bothering the person. The person does not know what is the root cause of the pain, but the pain is really troubling the person. What do we normally do? We reach out for the nearest painkiller. At least get rid of the pain. We know it's temporary. We know that pain will be there once the effect of the combiflam has come down. That may be 4 hours. But you know it, because the root cause has not been addressed. This is true of a lot of things we do in life. We don't address the reason, the hetu for the problem. We often say, at least let me get rid of the symptoms which is bothering me. Many things you can take an example. There is a smell in the house. I don't know where the smell is coming from. I go looking for it and I can't figure out where it's coming from. So I bring one room freshener and push everywhere. Or I light a agrabatti or something. What it does is temporarily covers the problem. It does not solve the problem. That's what we do in life all the time. Every human being is trying to get rid of this feeling. Why is this happening to me? Why am I subject to dukkha? What is it that's causing this problem? How can I get rid of this problem? My problem is that I am subject to dukkha. So what do I do? Like taking an immediate painkiller, I look for some solution because I don't know the reason, the cause of this problem. I make an effort to reduce the pain that it's causing by taking a painkiller. I think maybe if I have more money, that pain will go away. And I find that every time I get a little bit of money, temporarily there's a reduction in that discomfort. So I chase after more and more and more money. Whether it's money, whether it's a holiday, or whether it is doing outreach work, dharma. I find that it gives me some relief from that perpetual problem. Now you can understand why people who have several crores, several $1 million to their name still go after more. Because they don't know where the origin of the problem is. And then they become little educated. Not get a BTech degree or a PhD degree, but get some knowledge, some Shraddha in the Shastra, which says there is a place called Svargaloka. And in that place, there is no shoka, there is no grief. All those things which causes problems on the earth here, they are not there. The fear that we have is not there. The competition that we run, that is not there. Hunger and thirst, which is not there. Therefore, it must be a different Sharira, clearly. But I accept what the Shastra says, that there is such a place. Oh my God, won't it be wonderful if we could go there? It's like saying, I find Delhi very polluted. Let me take a holiday and go to some other seaside where it's less polluted. For how long? You have to come back. How do I go there? Oh, you have to earn enough resources, make the effort to buy the necessary passageway, get the visa if necessary, and go there. Temporary relief. Come back. Swargaloka is like that. Because I don't know any better, I say Swargaloka is a lot better than trying to gain some wealth here, trying to get some fame here, trying to earn some punya here. Therefore, let me find a way to go to Swargaloka. I also think that if we go to Swargaloka, it may not be eternal, like eternal heaven, but I know it's a very long time. What I don't understand is that what looks like a very long time measured on earth years may actually be a very short time in Swargaloka. Even if I can get to Swargaloka by doing whatever Shastra tells me to do, I think I have been away for 100 years on the earth time, but I may be away only for a couple of days. In the time frame that you find in that loka. But that's the best I know. So I try and get relief by working towards getting to that loka. Like Arjuna, then I also examine that all the little pressure that I can get here on the earth, I have to forego them in order to go enjoy a long time in Swargaloka where there is no dukkha. I'm willing to gamble. I'm willing to accept that I can give up these in order to get the bigger benefit of going to Swargaloka. Not everybody does that. Some people say, I don't trust that. Nobody has gone there and come back and said it is like this. I have to depend on the words of the Shastra. If only I could find somebody who's been to Hawaii and back, I can say Hawaii is nice. Because he's experienced it firsthand and comes and tells me, go and stay in so-and-so hotel by the beachside. Wonderful hotel. Nobody can tell me anything about Swargaloka. So I have to accept what the Shastra says. Some people don't accept. For them, the philosophy becomes, I enjoy what little I get here. What happens after the death of the body, dekha jayega. So some people try this way, some people try this way. But there are many who have astikya buddhi in the Shastra, who accept the Shastra as a source of knowledge. And the Shastra says you go to Swargaloka if you do this, and live life like this, you go to Swarga. Every religion tells you this. Every religion tells you, you follow these rules, you will go to Swarga. Only difference is some religion will tell you it's eternal. When they say eternal, they mean it's a long time. By this loka standards. What they tell you to do is different. But they all say the same thing. Now, there are, out of the 8 odd billion people on the earth that we know of, there are many who accept this. Therefore, Nachiketa, in his second boon, asks Dharmaraja, I know that on the earth there are very large number of people who want to go to such a loka and they're willing to do what they need to do in this janma to get to that place. Therefore, please teach me what is the process, what should one do in order to get to Swargaloka. Nachiketa himself doesn't need to go to Swargaloka. Nachiketa is more knowledgeable than that. As we will see in the further, as the story expands further. He rejects every form of temporary sukha. So he is not so keen on going to Swargaloka himself. He already knows he's going to go back to Martyaloka, earth. There he goes back, he wants to be able to teach a lot of people so that they can gain their goal in life or what they think is their goal in life. How to go to Swargaloka. So in a sense, he becomes like a travel agent. People come to him and say, kya karna hai? Should I get yellow fever vaccination? Do I need a visa? What is the process for getting the visa? If I have a criminal record, will they give me visa? I did something, I got fined 20 years ago for traffic violation. Will that prevent me from getting a visa? Like that. There are many things that a person has to do to get to another place. So Nachiketa says, teach me that. Because there is no bhaya there. There is no old age there. There is no death there. There is no problem of hunger and thirst there or any other form of dukkha. Therefore, please teach me the process by which one can get to that loka, because there are many, many people who want to know. And I want to be able to help them. Therefore, please give me the key, the passport, the visa to Swargaloka, which I can share with everybody. Give me the passcode. That is the last verse we saw, where Swargaloke na bhayam kinchanasti, na tatratvam na jarya bibheti, ubhetirtva ashanaya pipase, lokadigo modate Swargaloke. People cross Shuka and they are joyful. I know that there's a ritual you have to follow to get to Swargaloka. Please teach me that ritual. That ritual is the passcode. Tvam agnim swargyam adhyeshi mrityo
Swatam agnim swargyamadheshi mrityo
prabruhitvam shraddhadanaya mahyam
prabruhitvam shraddhadanaya mahyam
Swargaloka amritatvam bhajante
Swargaloka
Swargaloka
amritatvam
amritatvam
bhajante
bhajanta
dvitiyena vrine varena.
etat dvitiyena
etadvitiyena
vrane
vrane
varena
varena
Swargyam agnim adhyeshi. You know this. Hey Mrityu, Lord Yama, you know this. Please tell me. Prabruhi. To me, who is a Shraddhadhanaya Mahyam. To me, who is got Shraddha. Nothing will work unless you have Shraddha. Why? Even here we know. You go to a doctor and you have no faith in the doctor. What happens to you? Whatever he does, you're not going to get cured. You go to an Ayurveda, same thing. Unless you have confidence that it will work, the chances are it will not work. I remember my high jump coach when I was in school used to tell me, this is the height I'm going to set and you will clear it. You know you will clear it. You have to maybe accept that I can clear it. But if you go to the jump without that confidence, you will never clear it. I'm sure all of us have experienced this. So I have Shraddha. To me, Mahyam, Shraddhadanaya, please, Prabhuhi. Please tell me. Because that is where Swargalokaha Amritatvam Bhajante. In the Swargaloka, the denizens of Swargaloka enjoy Amritatvam. Here, Bhajante means Labhante. This is my second Varam. So obviously, thought through all the Varam, maybe spontaneously, or sat thought about all of them for 3 days, I don't know. But he had very clear in his head what are the things that I'm going to ask for. Yena chitena agnina swargalokaha amritatvam bhajante. By doing which yajna, agni chita, a person can reach Swargaloka, can enjoy Swargaloka. can obtain Swargaloka. As usual, Bhashyakara expands on these, although it's pretty clear, but he does expand on it. We will read what he says. एवं गुणविशिष्टस्य
एवं गुणविशिष्टस्य
स्वर्गलोकस्य
स्वर्गलोकस्य
साधनभूतं
प्राप्तिसाधनभूतम्
अग्निम
अग्निम
Swagyam Agnim, you should read it like that. Swagyam Agnim, the one that is the hetu for Swarga. Satvam Mrityuhu
सत्वं मृत्युः
Adhyeshi
अध्येषि
Marasi
स्मरसि
Janasi Ityarthaha.
जानासि इत्यर्थः.
Leave it there. He has already talked about the glories of Swargaloka. Evam Guna Vishishtasya Swargalokasya, of reaching this Swargaloka, which has all these wonderful things, no grief, no old age, no death, no all that he said. To reach that, Prapti Sadhana Bhutam, which is the Prapti Sadhana, which is the hetu by which you can get to Swargaloka. What is that? Swargyam Agnim. Mrityu, you know that very well. You deal with death and what happens after death all the time. Tatvam Mrityuhu Adhyeshi. You know. Smarasi Janasi Ityartha. You can recall. You know. Please recall. You know this hetu, this Swarga Prapti Sadhana Bhutam Agnim, and teach me. Therefore, He Mrityo, Tataha Tvam Prabruhi,
यतः त्वं प्रब्रूहि
Kathaya,
कथय
Shraddhadhanaya,
श्रद्धानाय
Shraddhavate Mahyam,
श्रद्धावते मह्यम्
Swarga Arthine,
स्वर्ग अर्थिने
whose desire is gain Swarga. He Mrityu, therefore, Tam Prabruhi. Please tell, Kathaya, teach to me, Mahyam. I am ready. I am a Shraddhavan. Shraddhadhanaya, Shraddhavate, who wants to know how to get to Swargaloka. It doesn't say here, but clearly not for myself, but to be able to tell the world. Swargarthine, to that one who is desirous of gaining Swarga. Yenagnina chitena
येनाग्निना चितेन
Swargalokaha
स्वर्गलोकाः
Swargaloka esham te
स्वर्गलोक येषां ते
Swargalokaha
स्वर्गलोकाः
Amrtatvam
अमृतत्वं
Yajamanaha
यजमानाः
Amrtatvam
अमृतत्वं
Marnatam
अमरताम्
Devatvam
देवत्वं
Ajante Prapnuvanti
भजन्ते प्राप्नुवन्ति
Yenagnina, by which Agni, by which ritual chitena, kritena karmana, by doing which Agni yajna, yenagnina chitena swargalokaha. Interesting word here, swargalokaha. Shankaracharya expands it for us. Swargaha lokaha yesham te. That means for whom Swarga is the loka. So Swargaha lokaha yesham te Swarga lokaha. Oh, whose intention is to go to Swargaloka is the one who does this Agni, this ritual. Swargaha lokaha yesham te Swargalokaha. The compound means Yajamanaha. Ones who are the Yajamana for doing this Nachiketa, not it called Nachiketa, this Swargya Agni. What happens to them when they do this Agni Karma? When they do this Agni Karma, as you will now explain to us, that Agni Karma when you do, they bhajante. Bhajante here, Acharya explains, prapnuvanti. They gain. They gain what? Amrtatvam, amarnatam, devatvam. Already it said in the Swargaloka, there is no jara, there is no mrityu. What happens? Because probably a different kind of sharira. Like our sharira grows old, step by step grows old, and then the sharira dies. In Swargaloka, that process is not. There's different process. He doesn't say what the process is, but we can imagine. There you enjoy Swargaloka, using all the punya currency that one has earned. And then after having exhausted all the punya, just simply take another body and come back here. Shine punye marteloke vishanti. We come right back here. But that looks like a long time. We have to understand that each of these lokas has a different time scale. What is only one day for Brahmaji in Brahmaloka is millions of years for us. Kalpa, a huge cycle. Each loka has its own time scale. So for a person looking at it from here, although we don't know, because what form that jiva will take to come back here, we don't know. But Shastra says you will come back. Martya-loke vishanti. And if you have to come to Martya-loka, you have to have a form. It could be a frog. Or it could be anything else. It could be Manushya also. So how the process, we don't know. Maybe sudden the one day your punya is exhausted in the Swargaloka, plop, you come back and take a new form. Appropriate for our loka. But it looks like a very long time. Relative amritatvam. Apekshika amritatvam. We know that there is an established fact that one is never born and never dies. Ajaha amaranaha. But what is the Swarga? Why does it call it Amritatvam? Why does it call Amanatvam? No Marana. No Marana for a very long time, as seen from our time scale. It might be very short time in the other loka. Therefore, Amaranatam, and they also have Devatvam. Now, each time a jiva goes to another loka, it assumes another form. It depending upon what the person has done here, one goes to that loka and gains all that you have in that loka. Now, if you go to any Devaloka, then you must have that form of the Devaloka, and in every Devaloka there is Devatvam. All the Devas we know are also only relative, but they have certain superiority over us. So that Devatvam they will have. The one who goes to Swargaloka will have a certain Devatvam. So Acharya makes it very clear, Amritatvam, Amaranatam, Devatvam, all of which are apekshikam. Therefore, they bhajante prapnuvanti. They gain this Amritatvam, which is relative Amritatvam. Tad yetat Agni Vijnanam Dvitiyena Varena Vrine. This Agni Vidya is my second boon I ask for. I choose. Like in a Swayamvara, the girl chooses her vara. Swayamvara. Where Nachiketa has been offered 3 different boons, 3 different vara. And the second boon, he says, I want to know in detail that Agni Vidya, by following which one can gain the apekshikar amritatvam of Swargaloka. A lot of people wanting to go to Swargaloka, I can help them. Therefore, I want to go to Swargaloka. Once again, Yamadharmaraja accedes to his request. He doesn't wait and say, no, that's very special. You're a child. You may not understand. He doesn't say anything, any of those things. Says, can we switch to the next verse? Mrityoho pratignyeyam
Mrityoho pratignyeyam
prate bravimi
Prate bravimi
tadume nibodha
Tadume nibodha
Swargyamagnim nachiketa prajanan
Swargyamagnim nachiketa prajanam
Anantalokaptimatho pratishtham
Anantalokaptimatho pratishtam
Vidditvametam nihitam guhayam
Viditvametam nihitam guhayam
Mrityoho pratigneyam. Lord Mrityu's promise, commitment. Lord Mrityu says, in response to Nachiketa's request for a second boon in the form of Swargya Agni. The ritual, the fire ritual that leads one to Swargaloka. In the original text, you don't have this Mrityoha Pratingayam, we don't have. In the text, we are expected to understand who's saying this by just looking at the context. But when Bhashyakara writes the Bashyam, he puts this one connecting phrase, saying Nachiketa asked for what he wants. Now, Lord Yama commits to giving him that without question. Mrityoho Pratigneyam, the promise of Lord Dharmaraja. So what does it say? Prate Brabhimi. Actually, very funny in Sanskrit language. Earlier, what did he ask? He said, Prabruhi. Prabruhi. Bruhi is to say. Prabruhi, one would interpret as Prakrishena Bruhi, in detail. I remember in the class, Swami said, properly Bruhi. Prabruhi. In response, he separated the pra. Prate Bravimi. Sanskrit, you can do that. The upasarga, pra, which can alter the meaning of the word in many ways. Here, he asks for Prabruhi. Please tell me in detail, correctly, so that I can, because you're talking about a ritual. So he has to have all the details which you can share with other people who can follow the ritual. Because if you do it wrongly, it's not going to give you the phala. So he said Prabruhi. So here with te Prabravimi. I will give you in detail, tell you in detail, in complete detail. Nishchayana u tad, that Agni, tad u me nibodha. I will tell you in detail. Indeed, I will tell you in detail. Learn from me. Like I said, Dharmaraja did not say you're a child, you may not understand. But he obviously has some doubt in his mind whether this young boy will be able to grasp this pretty complex Agni ritual. So he says, listen, learn from me. Oh, indeed, learn from me. What that Swargyam Agnim, that Agni ritual, which is the hetu for Swargya, He Nachiketa, Prajanan. Remembering. I know it, I can remember it. Earlier, remember, Acharya had said, Adhyeshi, when Nachiketa told him, you know, Smarasi, recollect, Janasi, you know it, and then tell me. Yes. Swarma Agnim Nachiketa, He Nachiketa, Swagyam Agnim Prajanan Prabravimi. I will teach you. This word fire, as we saw earlier, has more than one meaning. Pure fire, simple meaning is pure fire. Another meaning is any fire ritual is also called Agni. And all our yajnas are generally based on fire. So fire has that meaning also. Agni has that meaning. Agni also has a meaning third meaning, which is Virat, which is the Adhisthana for the entire physical Jagat. It is the Rupa that Arjuna saw, Virat Rupa. That is also a meaning which we will look at in a little bit detail. This Swargyam Agnim learned this Ananta Lokaptim Atho Pratishtham. Which is the means to reach this Anantaloka Prapti. The relatively long loka, it's not Anantam in the sense that we use Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Ananta means relatively long period that compared to our idea of time and space. Anantaloka Loka Praptim Atho Pratishtham, which is also the support for the entire world. That Agni Vidya, which I will teach you, Prabravimi, may you know, Vidhi. This is already available in the minds of all the Upasakas, Jnanis. I will tell you now in detail that which is already available. Where Nihitam Guhayam, in the buddhi of all the Vidwan. That which is available from Vidhi. Etam Nihitam Guhayam. He Nachiketa Prajananna Tad U Swargamagnim Te Prabhavimi Me Nibodha. Anantalokamtimatho Guhayam Nihitam Pratishtham Etam Tvam Vidhi. May you know. I will teach you. I want you to know. Bashyam. Te Tubhyam
Te Tubhyam
Prabhavimi
Prabhavimi
Yat Tvaya Partitham
Yat Tvaya Parthitam
Tadu Me
Tadu Me
Mama Vachasaha
Mama Vachasaha
Nibodha.
Nibodha.
Te Tubhyam Prabhavimi. I will leave that there. I will tell you in detail Tubhyam Prabhavimi. There are many times Acharya makes it easy to understand. Te has, if you remember the Shabda, Te is an alternate form in three different vibhaktis. So Acharya will make it clear. Te Tubhyam, to you. Prabhavimi Yat Sadhanam, that method, that means Tvaya Prarthitam, that you asked for, that you requested. That U Nischayena, I will tell you. Mama Vachasaha Nibodha. Learn from my words. Nibodha means Buddhyasva
Buddhyasva
Ekagramanasan.
Ekagramanasanna.
Here is where I said Yadharmaraja has some hesitation. So he is telling Nachiketa, Ekagramanasan, with total concentration on the single subject that you are going to learn. Don't let your mind wander, you will not get it. So he says, Buddhyasva, Janihi, Ekagramanasan, Buddhyasva. I want your total attention. Swargyam,
Swargyam,
Swargaya hitam,
Swargaya hitam,
Swarga sadhana magnim,
Swarga
Swargasadhanamagnim
sadhanamagnim,
Ye nachiketaha,
Ye
Nachiketaha
Prajanan,
Prajanan,
Vijnatavan,
Vijnatavan,
San.
San,
San would go with Vijnatavan. Vijnatavan San. Being one, having recollected, being recollecting. Aham ityartha. Aham Vijnatavan. Aham Vijnatavan San. He Nachiketa. Prajanan. Prajan means Vijnatavan. Swargyam. That hetu for Swargaya hitam. That sadhanam, Swarga sadhanam agnim. He Nachiketa, recollecting that, prabravimi. Aham ityarthaha. So Acharya says that is the meaning if you understand. I will tell you, I'll recollect the entire thing and tell you in detail. You please listen very carefully. Not so difficult. He's got only one student. So he's not having, 100 students to teach. When some may go somewhere, some may talk to each other, which happens in a normal classroom. That may not happen because only one student. And is a student who's shown a lot of interest. He asked for it. Says, I want to know. Very big difference between somebody who comes to a class reluctantly and somebody who comes to the class saying, I want to know. So he says, Ekagramanaha, please listen. Prabhavimi,
Prabhavimi,
Tannibodha,
Tannibodha,
Iti cha,
Iti cha,
Shishya Buddhi Samadhanartham,
Shishya Buddhi Samadhanartham,
Vachanam.
Vachanam,
Acharya makes it very clear. I will tell Tat Nibodha. Listen carefully, learn from this. Prabhavimi. I will tell you in detail. Why is he saying all that? Why is he saying Egagramanaha? Why is he saying? He knows in some form that this Nachiketa is a good student, but he's still concerned about his ability to grasp something as elaborate, as complex as this Agni Vidya. Therefore, he says, Prabhavimi, I will tell you, please learn. Why is he saying all this? Shishya Buddhi Samadhanartham Vachanam. Make sure his attention is fully on that. Shishya Buddhi Samadhanartham. For maintaining, for keeping and holding the attention of the Shishya. Adhuna
Adhuna,
Agnim Stauti
Agni
Sauti
Anantalokaptim
Anantalokaptim,
Swargaloka Palaprapti Sadhanam
Swargaloka Phalaprapti Sadhanam,
Yetat.
Ityet,
He praises Agnim Stauti because he says Anantalokapti Mato Pratishtham. He already, Nachiketa knows, but he is also praising Swargaloka and the means to get to Swargaloka. Adhuna Agnim Stauti by saying what? Anantalokaptim. By which means you can get this relative eternal. I don't know if such a word exists, a phrase exists, but it is not eternal, but it is not endless. Unlike moksha, this is relatively long period. Anantalokaptim. Aptim Anantalokam, and this sadhanam. What is the sadhanam? Svarga Agni. Svargaloka phala prapti sadhanam. So to gain that phala, you have to do this. That is the sadhanam. You have to understand this, use these mantras, use all of these to gain that Svargaloka, which is an Anantaloka. Svargaloka phala prapti sadhanam ityetatu. Atha
अतः
api pratishtham
अपि
प्रतिष्ठां
ashrayam
आश्रयम्
jagataha virad rupena.
जगतः विराट्रूपेण
So, we will see this in the next class. You can do this Agni at two levels. At one level, you'll see in the Ishavasya Upanishad it says, no, if you do karma as karma itself, so the Agni is Agni karma, Chitta. If you do it as karma, it can help one to gain Svargaloka. But you know that there are several levels of Loka with different levels of Ananda. Highest of these level is the Brahmaloka. If you go to Svargaloka, anyone who goes to Svargaloka will come back. There is no doubt about that. But if one go reach Brahmaloka, there is a good possibility that one will get Krama Mukti. From there, one will gain absolute Amrtatva, Moksha. How? If you can have enough punya for Brahmaji to teach you Tattvamasi. Well, ultimately, there's only three words, Tattvamasi. Otherwise, you gain Svargaloka, enjoy Svargaloka, come back. You go to Brahmaloka, also you can come back. But if there's sufficient punya, Brahmaji can teach you the same thing that we are learning. No different from what we are trying to learn. Tattvamasi. So it says, another way of looking at it is, api pratishtham. Pratishtham means ashrayam. The basis for the entire Jagat. We will see that why they are saying that. There is a section in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad which details this. Jagataha ashrayam. What is that? Virad rupena. Tam etam
तं एतं
maya uchyamanam
मया उच्यमानं
vidhi vijanihi
विद्धि जानीहि
tvam nihitam sthitam
त्वं निहितं स्थितं
guhayam vidusham buddhau
गुहायां विदुषां बुद्धौ
ityartha.
निविष्टमित्यर्थः
Available in the buddhi of who? Vidusham, of the Vidwans. But this is other meaning, that Virat Roop Agni. Virat Roop Agni, Jagataha Agni, tam etam agnim maya uchyamanam vidhi. Learn from what I am telling you. That Agni, that ritual by which one can either get to Svargaloka, or if one also does, if you remember Ishavasya Upanishad, if you also do Upasana on Virat in this case. See, one is to do karma. So So you do the Agni Karma, one can gain Swargaloka. But if one also does Upasana in the form of meditation upon Ishvara, here in this case, Ishvara is Virat. We will see what he means by Virat. Then one can hope to gain Brahmaloka. Both are available to you. I will teach you both. This knowledge he teaches, this ritual obviously very complicated ritual. It is not a simple, even ordinary ritual we do, a simple homa at home. We may use some yajna, mrityu, or any other yajna. Takes time, it's very complicated. The Ritviks know how to do everything. So we depend on them to do that. This is a very complex Agni ritual. He doesn't go into all the details, but we will see what Lord Yama says about this Agni ritual in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti
Om
Shanti
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 Harihi Om
Hari
Shri Gurubhyo
Hari
Namaha
Om
Harihi Om
Hari